Honey, I'm home. Man,
What a long day at work. Oh my goodness, what is that? Minecraft is a game with hundreds of biomes. And I was thinking, which would be the best biome to live in real life? So today I'm ranking biomes by how livable they are. From dead in 5 seconds to I'm living here forever. Starting with the deep dark. Deadly, but I mean technically I could survive. As long as I'm extremely quiet, but all it takes is one staircase that creaks just a little bit too loud at midnight. Yeah, I could maybe last 2 weeks. This definitely isn't the worst location on this list though. The Savannah. A flat, dry area that has acacia trees and a lot of tall grass. This place is pretty chill. I have nothing to say against it really. There's not as much water, but it does usually somewhat spawn near water. So if you like orange wood and flat land, I guess go for it. I don't love it personally, but it's definitely livable. The Snowy Slopes. The Snowy Slopes is perhaps one of Minecraft's prettiest, most beautiful biomes. Imagine a mountain house with your wife and kid named Jimmy. Life is good until one day little Jimmy goes missing.
Jimmy, where are you?
Jimmy. Oh, there's a sign. Going on a walk off trail. Jimmy. Oh, okay. He just walked off the trail. I'll go look for him.
Ah! Oh, hey Jimmy, how are you?
Okay, sorry. I could survive maybe like a few years. The ocean. What? Our first dimension, the Nether. Nether wastes. Wouldn't this just be the equivalent of trying to survive hell? Imagine trying to survive a location where water is banned. This is where I start to wonder if Steve is even human. How can he just walk around down here perfectly fine? But I guess assuming that we have super strength and can survive 400-degree heat, that's not to mention the wither skeletons, the piglins, the gas, magma cubes, and literally everything else that exists down here is trying to kill you. I can't even last 10 minutes down here in diamond armor in-game. We're definitely dead in 5 seconds. I rate the Nether a 0-star review, wouldn't recommend. The only Nether biome that is even questionable is the Warped Forest. This location doesn't appear too terrible like the other parts of the Nether, but is it good? No, the Endermen spawn like every 3 seconds. You'd still have to keep your head down no matter where you are, but I mean, other than that I guess it's fine. Still blazing hot with no water though. I could last maybe 2 weeks if I'm superhuman. I don't know why I'm still even putting these on the list, but the Soul Sand Valley. A biome that has lots of emptiness and lots of giant bones everywhere. If I was here, my first thought would be, what even killed those things? Because they must have been massive. Dead in 5 seconds. Get me out of this place. I never want to come here again. Bruh. Really? The swamp. I mean, besides this place being gross and stuff, this place is much better than the others on this list. Besides the occasional witch, but they usually don't really bother, right? Kinda. Regardless, it's going into the livable category. But if I had the chance to move from the swamp to somewhere else, I would choose to move to the Old Growth Pine Taiga. I don't know why that's such a long name, but this place is amazing. Tall trees, good visibility, good privacy, beautiful landscape. I see nothing wrong here, and I would gladly live here with my wife and kids. I'm living here forever. Okay, we're getting into the other dimension soon, but first, an honorable mention goes to the Mushroom Fields. I have no idea what living here would be like, but realistically this is one of the safer options because there is an unlimited supply of food with these mushroom cows, no mobs can spawn on top of this grass, and there's really cool creepy cows. I mean, if you enjoy a good island, you'll be fine. So, it's livable, I guess. The End Dimension. Not gonna lie, every single place in this dimension looks the exact same. I didn't know this, but apparently there are different biomes, starting with the End. This is the main location. Everything is kind of boring. You have like 20,000 black men around you that tear you to pieces if you look at them. Oh yeah, and there's a dragon. You're dead in 5 seconds. and highlands. This is where the end cities and ships and chorus fruit are located at. No dragon this time, but there is a huge issue. These little guys. These dudes will do anything they can to make your life miserable. If they hit you even a little bit, you start flying through the air like an idiot. And after that, you're pretty much dead. Dead in 5 seconds. But it is kind of worth it because of the good loot. So I mean, if you're adventurous, you know what I'm saying? Okay, back to the overworld we go. The desert. The desert is very interesting. There are some patches of water if you're lucky, but besides that, there's only cacti and some very dangerous monsters at night. Food is scarce, but I guess you could survive. It's livable. The Pale Garden. Do not get me started on this place. It's technically not out in the game yet as I'm making this video, but I did make a video where I played the mod for it and I nearly died in real life. If you were here in real life, it's pretty much like you were trying to survive a quiet place, but a little easier because you can just stop them by simply looking at them. But if you don't know they're coming, you're just dead there and then. I'm surviving 2 weeks max here. Ice Spice. Wait, no, that's supposed to say ice spikes. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Rock. A location that is literally only ice. You could theoretically survive here if you had enough food and water, but with polar bears around and stuff like that, you're most likely not living more than a few years. The Dark Forest. Low-key, the Dark Forest is just nightmare fuel. This place is terrible in survival because you'll just be chilling and then turn the corner to 45 creepers riding spiders or something like that. There's pretty much a 0% survival rate if you're not prepared, and that's not even considering the Woodland Mansion. The Woodland Mansion have a bunch of bad things in it that basically if you're there and you're not ready, you're just dead in 5 seconds. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed run a few others. The Birch Forest. That's easy. You're living there forever. Oak Forest. Living there forever. Sunflower Field Place. Whatever. You're living there forever. The Jungle, I mean, it's survivable, but low-key, I'd rather die than live there. That place is similar to the Dark Forest. It's too cluttered and there's just too much to move around. It's not as dangerous as the Dark Forest, but it's just as annoying. Then we also have the Water Monument thing, and this is just broken. You go anywhere near it and it slows you down so bad with mining fatigue. And then there's these giant fish things that smite you out of the water. You're pretty much dead in 5 seconds there too. Do you agree with my ranking for these biomes? If you have disagreements, let me know in the comments. Subscribe. I mentioned the Pale Garden, so if you guys are interested in that, I guess go watch the video on the screen.